Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 6th of September, 2023. First of all, thank you all for your well wishes. Everyone who wished my wife a happy birthday today, I'm sure she appreciates it. I told her earlier, I'll tell her again that tonight more people said it. It's nice that people think about that, and I appreciate that. Now, what happened today is a good question. Today, on the Level 1 podcast, many things happened. It was a very eventful podcast. First of all, during the entirety of the podcast, I stayed on hold with Sony Chat, attempting to get a refund for my Mortal Kombat 1 pre-order. Why? Because we wanted to get the better edition, costs a little more, but allows you to play the game 5 days early. And if I can play the game a little early, it means that I can start with the story mode and other offline content a little bit on the earlier side, and jump into it a little bit more. I'm afraid that if I kind of wait the 5 days, other people will have kind of covered that story mode, and people who are interested in it probably would check out someone else, So, we were thinking of doing that, but the thing is I had pre-ordered the original standard version of the game to play the beta a couple weeks ago, not the collector's edition or whatever the high-end edition is. Who knows what it's called, right? Digital Deluxe. And so that version wasn't going to be able to be played early. So I worked with Sony yesterday and got nowhere. I couldn't even talk to a person. Today, they put me into a queue of almost 300 people waiting. Finally, after about 45 minutes of waiting, I got to talk to someone, and after explaining the situation, they completely agreed they would refund me, and that was pretty awesome of them. So I explained everything. They said, okay, your refund is coming. No problem. But I didn't get it yet. What they're saying is it could take several days to process the refund dependent on your payment method. Well, I had used PayPal, so I don't know how that's going to work. If they don't do that and they just give me credit on PSN, that'd be fine too, because I'm putting it right back into Mortal Kombat 1. So I guess I'll wait a few days and I'll see if I get, anything notice of a refund. And if not, then maybe hopefully the credits will be in there. Anyway, so that being said, that actually went well. We also talked quite a lot about gaming news today. There were 4 big gaming news stories, notably one of them about how Mortal Kombat 1 may actually not have crossplay, something they had advertised, and it looks like they may be actually pulling back and kind of pulling the rug out from under some people who may not even be aware of it. And many other stories. A good amount of news today, some good discussion. It was a good podcast overall. First stream today, we jumped into Starfield again. Now, much like yesterday, Starfield remains kind of a mixed bag for me. And what I mean by that is, whenever I'm doing something that's like narrative-based and is in line with what you would expect from a previous Bethesda game, such as Elder Scrolls or Fallout, I seem to have a ton of fun with Starfield. But whenever we kind of go outside the box and try something new or different that was added to this game to make it different, I hate to say it, doesn't work very well. Today, first of all, finished up a quest line that I started yesterday, got a bunch of good rewarding loot. Great. But now I want to basically unload some inventory, and I want to add some improvements to my ship. Doing that is like a nightmare. I mean it. Like, it is not intuitive. It is not easy to figure out how you're supposed to do stuff to your ship. The shipbuilding, like, I want more cargo. So how do you improve your cargo? You have to go into, you can't just buy cargo space. That's not available. You have to actually go into a shipbuilder, rip off pieces of cargo of your ship, and delete them and buy bigger cargo and figure out how to snap the cargo things onto your ship as if you're building like a Lego ship. And you have to find the right pieces that'll fit into the Lego nodules to fit. It's like the weirdest thing. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can't imagine why they thought this would have been fun. If you're a model builder or a Lego aficionado, maybe you like it. But us gamers who just want to, can I just pay some money to increase my inventory space? No. That's not available. You can't do that on a ship. You have to mess around with this weird shipbuilder, okay? So after wasting about 40 minutes trying to figure this out and only doing like 200 increased inventory space because I can't buy the bigger inventory because it won't fit on my ship for some reason, I kind of gave up and I sold some things and said, let's just get back to questing. And as soon as we got back to questing, the game got a lot better, Although, admittedly, there was one quest where it was kind of outdoors on a planet and you have to do this like survival run running through all these monsters and hit a button and then run back to this like settlement. And the frame rate, every time I tried to run from the monsters, the frame rate went down to about 10 frames per second and started chugging, and I was nervous the game was going to crash again, just like it did yesterday. So again, it's kind of like, the story is good. The narrative is interesting of the game. I like the menu, or the mission selections and all the different content that I'm running across, except the game performs very poorly on the Xbox, and the shipbuilding, the navigation through space is just annoying and tedious. And like, oh my God. Like they missed the mark. All the things they tried to add new, they missed the mark. All the stuff that's tried and true Bethesda, they did well. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm enjoying my time with the game, but man, every once in a while we waste like a half an hour on nonsense that definitely should be better designed. Still enjoying it though overall. Had a great time with it, and looking forward to more this weekend. Ended up like unlocking some new mission trees where it looks like we'll head to new faction stuff, maybe some new follower quest lines. We'll see. Okay. Then on the late stream tonight, Street Fighter 6, and since I've mastered Blanca and Honda now on PS5, I told you guys that I would try to play with other characters, so tonight we played with Luke. Now, I have not played with Luke in almost 2 months, alright? It's been a long time, and this game's been out a while now, and it's tough to try to jump back in at a level when everyone else here has been playing at a level and they're learning their characters, and for Luke, it's like I'm kind of starting over. So tonight I said, here's what we'll do. We're going to start in casual matches. We're going to see how it goes. Didn't go so well. Like, to be honest, as I started tonight, I was dropping combos. I was pressing all the wrong buttons. And it's like, dude, I just don't have that muscle memory yet for basic stuff with Luke. It will come. It will come in time where I'll be able to, on reaction, do Shoryukens. Or they're not Shoryukens, Dragon, whatever his Dragon Punch is called. I'll be able to do the right combo, right? Right now, I'm like, oh, I jumping roundhouse over their fireball. Time for a giant punish combo. And then I just completely flub it, and I get 2 hits, and that's it. Wow, I will never win if I play like that. I will just continuously lose miserably. I need to be doing much better than that, you see? So, after playing for like an hour, I was like, dude, there's no way I can do ranked right now. Like, I'm sucking, I'm not consistently winning right now. I need to do better. So I told everyone I'm pretty much just going to stay with casual play tonight. And you get the whiners who come out, oh, you're only going to do casual play. Yeah. Because I'm learning the character, I'm learning the game. You guys complained so much when all I did was play Blanca and Honda, so I switched to another character. I'm trying to learn them. I have to practice, So, I played all night. It was about 2.5 hours of Luke in casual play. I did get better with him for sure, but I'm still not feeling great. But I think at this point, yeah, when I play with him again, I likely will jump into ranked and see how I do with my ranked placement matches and go from there. Now, here's the thing. I've noticed a pattern this week, and I want to end this week on this notion. This week I noticed good amounts of super chats, good amounts of memberships and gifted memberships. What really happened this week is the tips have really dipped. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I can count on one hand the number of streams that we hit our tier 1 tips goal this week. And that's like something that used to be a given. That every stream I was hitting $50 and I put on the Gunner glasses. That's why it was the tier 1 goal. And now it's like I'm rarely doing it. And the funny part about all that is I was doing better all summer playing Street Fighter 6, doing the RPGs I was playing, GTA 5. I was actually legitimately doing better during a downtime summer than I'm doing now when new releases are out. Playing games like Armored Core and Starfield and continuing with Street Fighter 6. And is it concerning? Let me put it this way. The support is there. It's not that people aren't supporting the streams. It's that people are seeming to support in a way that's a little different. I'm used to having at least a certain amount of tips coming in because that's the money I use for daily stuff. Going grocery shopping, getting a nice dinner with my wife, paying for games. This, when Mortal Kombat is coming up here and they refund me, the rest of the money's coming from tips and stuff. So it's a little weird. And to give you guys some perspective, because again, I'm trying to be transparent. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm trying to spread awareness of what's going on with me, okay? I make my living on stream contributions. That's it. I don't get a lot of behind-the-scenes support from, say, ad revenue on YouTube. It's all reliant on these contributions during the streams. And basically, since I left Twitch 2.5 years ago, I had a consistent amount of subscribers over there, paid subscribers. It was 800 to 900 a month. Since I came to YouTube, I've lost a lot of that, okay? I'm down to, barely having 500 a month. There's months where they explode, but then usually they dip. So only having 500 paid subscribers, you're talking a significant amount of lost income that I had over on Twitch. And I'll be honest, things like Cheers over there, they were called. Cheers and things were much higher on Twitch. A lot of gifted memberships and things would happen because of, Amazon Prime. I don't get that on YouTube, right? So when I set up my tip goal tiers of $50, $100, and $150 per stream, I set them up with the expectation that hopefully every stream I would at least hit like a tier 1 goal. If I got lucky and I hit like a tier 2 goal, that was like a nice bonus that would help. But trying to be in line with what I need to make a living and everything and pay my bills, it was around, trying to raise that $50 a stream, okay? Nothing didn't have to happen every stream, but, had to happen at least several times a week, to kind of make ends meet. And the good news is, again, everything else is great. The supplemental of super chats and memberships has been pretty good. But I've noticed distinctly this week, for some oddball reason, I can't even explain it. I'm playing a new game in Starfield, right? For some reason, support actually dipped big time this week with the tips. And it's a lot. It's not a little, it's a lot. I was getting consistent tips all the time. And now it's like a rarity if I'm hitting the tier 1 tips goal. Tonight, Street Fighter, I made $20. Earlier today, Starfield, I didn't even make the tips call. So, yeah, it's a problem. If it keeps happening. This week, it happened a ton. So I'm wondering what's going to happen, because next week, we got no new releases. Next week, it's a balance between Armored Core, Starfield, Street Fighter 6, finishing Chrono Trigger, and my React show. I don't know what to say. I don't want to sit here and talk about it and complain. I don't, because you guys support it. It's just an alarming pattern, and I hope it's not something that's going to stay like that, because that would be bad. If heading into the busiest gaming season of the year and seeing a distinct decline in tips is weird. It actually is genuinely weird. Now would be the time of year people would actually start showing up for the new games. And what happened? I don't know. So, I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe you've been busy. Maybe you have been playing Starfield yourself. If you could come back this week and support in some way, I'd really be appreciative of it. It would help, because this week was actually slow. So, hopefully next week could pick it up a little bit and maybe make up for it. I guess we'll see. Okay? Again, I'm not someone who has sponsorships. I'm not someone who shills products to you. I'm not someone who runs and clicks ads all day. I'm someone who just makes fun content, and I hope that you enjoy it and you'll support it. So if you're listening to all this, you're like, I didn't know that. All right, maybe I'll come back next week and support in some way. Thank you. That's the reason I'm bringing this up. I'm not begging. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not, demanding anything. I can't make anyone contribute. I'm just telling you like it is. So hopefully awareness will make some people say, okay, I'll help out next week. Okay? All right. I'm not here tomorrow, all right? I come back on Friday. Tomorrow I'll be spending time with my wife, by the way. Today was her birthday, but she wanted to stay home and play Starfield all day. So tomorrow we're actually going out and doing some fun stuff together. Friday, when I get back, it'll be the Level 1 podcast outlining what we did on the day off. It'll be Armored Core 6 continuing on the day stream, and Street Fighter on the night stream. And it could either be Luke ranked multiplayer this time, or it could be Lily casual play trying to learn that character as well. I mean, we can alternate between Luke and Lily. We'll see what you guys want. We'll talk about it during the day. Let me know if you want to leave comments on the video. Give me your opinion. I'd love to hear it. This weekend, good variety. We'll have Starfield and Chrono Trigger on Saturday. We'll have DSP versus the Internet, my React show, and more Starfield on Sunday. We'll have Armored Core and Street Fighter on Monday. Probably more Starfield and maybe the conclusion of Chrono Trigger on Tuesday. It really depends on what optional content we choose to do. And kind of a day where we do whatever on Wednesday. So here's the deal. If I get refunded, which it sounds like Sony's refunding me, they said they are, I'm going to get that better version of Mortal Kombat. And it comes out the 14th early, but I'm not here the 14th. That's my day off. It's a Thursday. So that means Friday the 15th we'll start with Mortal Kombat. And apparently the stories are on 8 hours long. So if I do 3 streams of it that week, we'll probably finish the entire story of Mortal Kombat. So I might do like story Mortal Kombat Friday, Saturday that week, the 15th to 16th. And then maybe like that Tuesday, and we mix it up, and in between we break it up with Starfield, and maybe throw in an Armored Core late night stream or something like that. So we'll have a new game in the mix, and then once that's done, there's other modes in Mortal Kombat to try out. Of course, there's online play, but there's also this other new single player mode that's supposed to be interesting and a big chunk of the meat of the game, because there's no more crypt. So that'll be interesting too, and at least we'll have some variety in the gameplay rather than it just being the same games, okay? All right, well, guys, again, I had a great time this week. I always do. I always chill with you guys. We have a great time together. I hope that you guys did too. Hopefully we don't have this pattern going on next week, because it is concerning. I didn't want to really bring it up all week, and all of a sudden today I was like, wow, this was literally a whole week where tips were like almost, so low. Did I even hit a hack goal this week? Did I? I actually don't even think I did, because I'm looking at all my hats here. I'm like, I don't think I touched a single hat this week. Maybe the premiere stream of Starfield, right? That's what it was. The premiere stream of Starfield did good, and since then, that was it. That's right. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for everything this week, and I hope to see you Friday for an awesome day back. All right? Be safe. Have a good Thursday. See you Friday. Peace out.